Hi. I'm not a science student. I did love science, but I never really finished as a science student. I did a different course, and that gave me different areas of life. But I'm here to talk about something more important and indeed more interesting. In science, we hear about electrons, protons, all of that stuff, and it sounds slightly boring. I never really I never really understood it, and I didn't think it's because I wasn't a smart guy, but um, and I did try anyway to look at the concept behind it, and the original concept was this: that all things are splittable into atoms, and within atoms, there's a basic foundation for how energy is understood or discussed, which means that within an atom, there's the electron, there's a proton, and there's a neutron, and then there's an electron. And then the proton is the positive energy charge present within the atom. The neutron is the passive energy, um, kind of like a neutral energy within it. And then the electron is the active energy, active electric energy circulating it. If you look at this structure, you've pieced the world into the tiniest possible parts, and then you've labeled it according to exactly how it matters to you. Because electrons derive from the sense of electricity they generate. And, and so I want to look at it a different way too. Because I'm not a science student. I'm just this normal, regular guy just doing my work, trying every day to do something cool or understand the world I'm living in. And so I say, okay, fine. Okay, what am I going to do today? What's the that we're going to do? How am I going to enjoy my universe? And it's about conserving energy, right? So I want to conserve energy. But conserving energy means I break down my understanding of energy according to the things that I'm conserving it for. My body, for example, is my store of energy. So I want to conserve the energy that my body contains. But then I get to start asking, okay, so what else conserves energy in the universe? And it turns out there's something called electromagnetic waves. And it's as if everything in the universe has a way of storing and releasing and also um, reacting or receiving to electromagnetic waves. And it's like, oh wow, are electromagnetic waves all we are? And then it's like, oh, well, it's not that electromagnetic waves are everything, but electromagnetic waves are the energy that passes through everything. So the energy itself we understand as electromagnetic waves. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, everything about go and study it, say, oh, it goes from this wavelength to this wavelength. And it's true. My body must store energy. And you could understand the energy that is stored when you split it according to the physics teacher's shenanigans. You split it into its basic form, which is the atom, and then you say what kind of energy is going through this atom, and then you say, oh, fine, it's an electromagnetic waves going through it. Electromagnetic waves going through the atom that informs the electron, and then the whatever energy. What the point is, we want to see a way that energy expressed maybe as electromagnetic waves is applied to a single unit of measurement and not just the body of its many transformations. And so we've invented the atom. And we say, okay, everything is broken into atoms. The first thing to note is um, atoms are purely understanding of our instruments. Atoms must be according to how much we can only divide it according to our understanding, and our science is all based on the regularity and the depth of our understanding, the breadth of it. And so that gives us the containers to use to hold on to the things we are. But even more so in this situation, because we, even using the science of our regularity of our time, can look into this particular concepts and understand exactly how we are not interpreting them properly. Not just that, we can understand the conditioning that surrounds our interpretation of these things. If you divide everything into its littlest form, i.e., the atom, and it gives you some grounding of how to do some serious building and implementation in science, don't you think then that for all the beauty that you entertain and enjoy, there's the warning signal, a ticking time bomb that's going to go off when you can no longer, or when you are blinded to the depth of your understanding? The depth of your understanding is not limited to the understanding of the universe as broken down into atoms. The depth of your understanding is limited or is embraced by the understanding of your universe as a as a place you give description to, as a thing you shape and mold. Yes, build all the best science tools. You are still shaping it whether you like it or not. And so the beauty of my understanding in this situation becomes the understanding that atoms is just one way of understanding it, and that gives rise to many possibilities that we enjoy today. How else am I not understanding it? And how do I keep that my original energy burning, the living fire inside of me? How do I keep it burning, saying, oh, the beauty of this question is in my desire to understand the depths of my being, but also in my love for myself and my intent to use my energy wisely. Me as a human being with a thinking cap, then say, I want to understand my universe by understanding the energy that I expend into it. And that gives me a single scope, a sight to see with, which is the atom. But that's not it. I'm not limited to that interpretation. And for all my explorations using the atom and all the things I've created, I'm not going to stay holding on to this atom possibility. I walk knowing that I cannot subdivide infinity, yet I might find something beautiful. You might walk along jagged edges of the clouds. You might find a trail laden with honey. Perhaps the least.